Hello, it's Daryl at 10foottruck.com. We specialize in heavy items that can't fit in your car. We transport those for you, such as sofas, mattress, furniture, or large boxes like TVs and large items from Costco or Fred Meyer, or any store, or any Craigslist purchase or OfferUp purchase. If it's not going to fit in your car, we can transport that for you. Plus, now what I'm doing is junk removal. And in that case, I'm right now sticking, since my truck, I also have to do moving. So I want to keep the junk removal just to like mattresses and sofas, things that I can sweep out the truck after. I don't want to take paints and garbage bags and stuff like that. I'm thinking about getting a dump truck to do that kind of junk removal, so that I don't have to worry about that, or getting a trailer, which would be like a junk trailer. For now, I'm just sticking with like mattresses and things, old furniture people trying to get rid of, stuff that's clean, not clean, but stuff that I could sweep the truck out after and not have to worry about getting stains on the floor. I also do rubbish. I recently did removal of all the branches from a tree that was trimmed, and that's fine too, because I can sweep that out. And in that case, a lot of that clean rubbish type removal, you get a better deal at the dump, or at least at my transfer station where I go to. It's half price. It's half of what they charge per ton. Now at a transfer station, since I'm doing junk removal now, I'm learning how to price it, which I didn't know before. But you really want to find out and go on the website of your local transfer station or your local dump and find out what they charge per ton, because that's usually what they do. At least in my experience, they charge per ton. Where I'm at, they charge 105, I think it's around 105 per ton. So in order to figure out how much, because when you go to a customer and when you're going to book a job, you're going to tell them the overall price. So you want to know estimate how much it's going to cost at the dump, and then how much time. So for me, I'll keep it, within a 10-mile radius. If I'm doing something, I'll charge them, just for me and the truck, will be $50 an hour. And I won't charge mileage or fuel if it's within that 10 mile. And then I have to charge them the dump fee, add that onto it. And also, learn the busy times and the times that are slow for your dump, because there's certain times it's very busy, so you might be waiting in line. So you're gonna have to add that time to the cost when you're estimating how much time it's gonna take you. So depending on the time of day. Where I'm at, it's not that big. During the week, it's pretty easy. It's pretty, you just go in and you're out of there. The weekend is different. Anyway, so what I do is I figure out, like I said, a ton is 2,000 pounds. So per ton, they're charging 105 where I'm at. So in order to figure out, like, if I know the weights or general estimate weights of what I'm going to put in the truck, take from the customer. For instance, like if I'm taking a mattress, mattresses can be from 50 to 150 pounds, I think, depending on the size of the mattress. King size, if it's a king size latex, those are very heavy. I think some of those have got to be like 150. I've never weighed them, but I think they're around that. I think if you look it up on the internet, they'll tell you. Whereas a regular king size may be like 100, and a queen size, regular queen size, I think is probably a little over 50, maybe 50 and over, or maybe it's like 80 pounds. I'm not sure, but it's within that range of 100 to 150 pounds. The bigger size, you're going to go a little heavier. So you got to figure that out. So if someone were to call me and say, I have 3 queen mattresses I need to remove from a house, and I'll figure I'm just going to say they're probably 100 pounds a piece, close to it, right? I'll just give it the higher, I'm going to go with a higher number. As opposed to 50, I'll just say 100 pounds a piece. That's 300. So 300, and if you were to divide a ton, which is 2,000 pounds, by what they're charging, which is $105, you're going to get, like, I think 0.052. Now, what you'll take that 0.052, that's when you multiply that by the number of weight you think you're going to have in the back of the truck. So if I have 3 mattresses, I figure that's 300 pounds. 300 times 0.052 will be, is that $65? If anyone, I don't have my calculator with me. I'm guessing it's around $65. I don't know. You would just have to multiply that and look. So I'm just using that as an example. Say the 300 times 0.052, which is where you're gonna get that number that they're gonna charge you. At least that's how I figure how they're going to charge you. Because what it is when you go to the dump, they'll say it's $105 per ton, but if it's the minimum they're going to charge you is, no matter how light it is, it could be like 1 or 2 pounds, they're still going to charge you $16, I think $16.50 or something like that. But if it's when you're doing the weight like 300 pounds, you can just figure that out by multiplying by 0.052, which will get you what they're going to charge you for that weight. And then you'll have to figure out how much time you're going to be spending unloading that, how much time you're going to be spending in line, and how much time you're going to spend to get back home. Fortunately for me, I just live like right down the street, so I got a good deal. I mean, I try to make mine where it's like fairly local, and I'm going to be heading home, and I know exactly. Sometimes I don't have to go to the dump that day if it's late because I live so close. I'll just go the next morning and drop it off. But I already kind of know what I'm going to charge them. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm also working with another app that does that, and they seem to be paying, pretty good prices. So I have to, when I look at what they're on their app, I'll have to figure out if it's going to be, beneficial for me and lucrative for me, because I already know what I'm going to charge if I go out and do an independent job. So that's kind of where I'm at. And of course, I'm probably looking for something, a vehicle that I can use where I don't have to worry about, if I could put other types of garbage and stuff, where it's like a dump truck or something like that. Because this one I have to stick with just regular furniture and that, because I need to be able to sweep it out. So if I have to do another job, I have to clean the truck out, which can be a pain. So sometimes you got to add that into cost too, because I'm doing both type of jobs in this truck. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. The more I figure it out, I'm just kind of doing it. This is like, I really didn't do a lot of junk removal before. In the past, I was just doing moving and deliveries and that kind of thing. So now, since I'm realizing that there is a lot of money to be made in junk removal, and if you do it right, you could, it seems to be fairly consistent type work you can get in any city. Pretty much. I know some places everybody's got a pickup truck, but during the weekday when people are working, if someone may need to get something removed, then you can get that business too. And then of course there's construction cleanup and all that. There's all kinds of that type of cleanup. So I don't know how far I'm going to take it. I think for now I'm just going to be doing it for just, like I said, just the mattresses, couches, furniture, outdoor furniture, that kind of thing. Because I've had some jobs in the past where I went and removed, and it was like a lot of chemicals and stuff. So I had to take, on top of the garbage. So I had to sort it out, figure out what chemicals went where, and then there's a special section at the transfer station, at least where I'm at, where you can take a certain amount of chemicals and they'll take it for that day, but then you have to wait to the next day, and it just becomes a hassle, and you're spending all this time. So unless you estimate it all out, and I didn't do that, and it cost me more time. And then there's some where you'll go and there's a lot of stuff good where you can keep the stuff, maybe use it yourself, or sometimes I'll sell it on like OfferUp, Craigslist, eBay. And I've gotten, a lot of that too, where you'll go to junk removal and half of it might be good, the rest is junk. So you'll have to figure that one out and sort it out. And some of the stuff, like I said, if you show up at a house and they just want to get rid of like tree branches and that kind of stuff, some of the places, at least where I'm at, where you can get a half the cost of what it is for regular junk. So in those cases, you can estimate that is going to be half that cost for just dumping it. And if you can recycle some of the stuff, then you're going to save money on that too. You recycle cardboard and that kind of thing. So a lot to think about, but that's kind of where I'm at. So I just want to talk about that today as I'm waiting in the parking lot and putting up my ads for more work. All right, well, have a good one. Talk to you later.